everybody! Get my $200 course on sale right now for $25, but only for a limited time. So click the link in the description box with the coupon code already applied. Hey everybody, this is Brianna Rutter from howtoblackhair.com, and in this hair tutorial, I want to teach you how to do the rubber band box braid technique on your very own hair. This style works perfectly for transitioning, natural, or relaxed hair. If you like watching beginner-friendly step-by-step hair tutorials that get straight to the point, then all you have to do is click my subscribe button down below and click the bell for notifications to make sure that YouTube notifies you when I post new tutorials. So let's get started with this gorgeous look. For supplies, you will need braiding hair, edge control, hair conditioner, styling tools, hair rollers, duckbill clips, and elastic bands. Now to begin, I have a small section left. I wanted to make sure to braid my hair to show you how your results should look once you're almost finished. So for demonstration purposes, I've left 2 braids to demonstrate this technique. So I'm just unraveling my braid, and I'm gonna use my comb to comb through my section of hair. When you're braiding your hair, always make sure your hair is thoroughly detangled, because any knots or tangles will cause your braid to not look neat. So you're just gonna divide that section of hair in the middle, because each one will be its own box braid. So I'm putting a little bit of hair conditioner on my hair. And this is my first time using this product, so if you like using this product or any products from this line, be sure to comment down below which products you like. I'm just giving it a try for the first time. Now you're gonna use some edge control to make sure your part looks extremely neat. The secret to having very flawless box braids is neat parting and slicking it down. Now I'm taking an elastic band to tie my braid, or the section that will be braided, into a very small ponytail. It's very important that you use elastic bands because they are a lot more flexible, they will not break your hair, and they're very stretchy so that you can get multiple uses out of them if you so choose. But for the sake of doing this tutorial, I'm going ahead and I'm putting my hair into a rubber band so that I can show you how you should actually prep when you're braiding. So now we're gonna take a medium-sized section of braiding hair. When doing box braids, you wanna make sure that your braids are not too big and definitely not too small. You don't want them to look like micros, or you don't want them to look like patch braids. So now I'm taking that one section of hair and I'm literally going to put it right above the rubber band, as you can see here. I normally split my hair into 2, but in this instance, this makes it a whole lot easier to braid. So as you can see, there are my 3 legs that I will use to actually create my braid. So I'm just gonna make sure to hold it down with my left hand and use my right hand to hook underneath the section so that I can grab that leg, as you see here. Now grabbing the hair at the top, I just move it to the side while making sure to insert my index finger going underneath the section that's in the middle. So every time you have a leg directly in the middle, as you can see here, I have a new leg in the middle, you're gonna use your index finger to hook it under. Now as your hair runs out, you want to make sure to add additional braiding hair to that section. And you want to do this by pinching off 1/3 of the hair from the 2 legs that you started off with, so that all 3 of your legs will be equal in size. So now as you can see here, I'm making sure to go slow so that I can really show you how simple it is to braid a box braid. You simply overlap one piece of hair over the other piece. And make sure you're raking your fingers through your hair, so that way it doesn't knot up at the bottom. Because if you continue to braid without running your fingers through, you will have a semi-braid at the bottom that's stopping you from having a very neat look with your hair. If you haven't yet, subscribe and click the bell for notifications, so that way you will see my new videos when I upload them. Now we're just going to continue braiding, and I'm going to show you this hack. You want to use a hair clip to clip the hair onto itself so that you can continue braiding your long box braids. This is so clutch when it comes to braiding your hair because your arms can only extend down so far. This helps you to braid to the ends. Now rip off any little pieces of hair that are a little too long so that you can continue braiding your braid to the ends. Now it's time to trim the ends of our braids. Now this step is completely optional. The reason why I say that is because I'm going to show you how you can curl the ends so that you can have a very beautiful curl at the end of your braids. But if you don't want to do that, I highly suggest that you do trim the ends of your braids, because if you're going to be wearing them straight, you want them to look neat and you don't want too many fuzzies at the ends. So just be very careful to trim along both sides of the tail end of your braid. And this is how your braid should look once you finish. And as you can see, I'm moving it in all directions to show you how it looks. Now that we're finished, I'm going to show you how you're going to curl the ends of your braids. And this step is optional, but it definitely helps add more style to any type of braided hairstyle you do. And it's extremely simple to actually curl your ends. So I divided my last section into two, and I'm gonna demonstrate on one section. You wanna curl the tail end first, and then you wanna roll the braids onto the tail and then onto the roller. This makes your curl consistent all the way from the bottom. Now that you clip that in place, you're then gonna get a very hot cup of water, and you wanna dip your braid in there to make sure that it's fully submerged. This seals your hair, so when you seal your hair with hot water, it prevents your braids from unraveling, which is very important when you're wearing braided styles. And by dipping it with a curler, you're gonna actually form a curl while doing the same thing in the process. So we're actually sealing the ends of the braid and adding a curl while doing this technique. So now you just run your fingers through and you give it one last check to make sure your curls are exactly how you like them. Extremely cute and neat. After curling the ends of all of my braids, this is how the finished result looks. Now, if you want to add even more style, you can use different size rollers to achieve a different look with your curls if you want to. Now that my ends are curled, I have one more step that I need to show you, and that's how you slick down your edges. As you can see, I barely have any edges left out, but I'm gonna slick them anyways. So you're just gonna use a little bit of your favorite edge control to slick along your hairline. And like I say in my tutorials, this step is always optional. You can choose to style your edges however you like, whether you want them to stay natural and product free, or you wanna add a little bit of style to them to tie in your entire look. So now that my edges are done, this is how my hair looks overall. And I absolutely love this technique because it is so easy to do and it is so simple and gorgeous. As you can tell, the braids look extremely neat and you can barely tell that I use rubber band at all. This technique is perfect for those of you who have a hard time gripping your braid at the roots of your scalp. Doing this technique actually keeps your braids a lot neater for a longer period of time. And for this look, I use 7 packages of braiding hair to actually achieve these box braids. Ooh la la! As you can see, the hairstyle is complete. And I hope you love watching this as much as I love creating this look, because I want to thank you all for watching my rubber band box braid technique. Doing this style is extremely easy and simple to do, and I wanted to make sure to make it very beginner friendly for those of you who may not actually have a lot of experience braiding your own hair. My channel is all about showing you step by step how to do your own braids or styles on your own hair. So until then, I catch you all in my later videos. Bye bye. Check this out. I got a bonus scene for those of you who have continued to watch. And if you made it this far, make sure to put down some heart emojis so I know you got to this point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do box braids without doing the rubber band technique. And instead of doing a box braid, I'm going to demonstrate by showing you how to do a micro braid. Give me a thumbs up if you like it when I use different colored hair to demonstrate how to actually do these styles on your hair. So if you find this helpful, let me know. So as you can see here, I already divided the section of hair into 2, and I'm showing you my technique on how you want to prep the braiding hair in your hands when you actually begin braiding an individual braid. Whenever you're doing a micro braid, a box braid, or a patch braid, the techniques are pretty much the same, but everyone has their own special way of how they like to prep their braiding hair to do so. So we have 3 legs here, and I'm gonna show you how to braid at the top of your head. So you grab that entire section that will be for 1 micro braid, and then you wanna move 1 leg to the side as you rotate your dominant hand underneath so that you can hook the index finger of your other hand. I understand if this is your first time learning how to do this, and that's okay. I make sure to go at a slow speed so you can understand exactly how to do so. And if ever you still feel like you're just a little bit lost, then I want you to go back a couple of scenes until you get it down. And definitely practice this technique on your own hair or on a friend's hair, so that way you can know exactly how to do this style and how the hair should feel in your hands as you're braiding. So as you can see here, you just continue overlapping one piece over the other piece to complete your braid. And depending on how long your hair is, you may have to borrow a little bit of hair from one of your legs, so that way all 3 legs can end at the same point once you finish braiding your braid. And that's the end result of how a micro braid should look, or how a braid looks without doing the rubber band technique. So if you like this look, you can watch this full tutorial on my YouTube channel. Just look for micro braids and you'll see it. Hey everybody, get my $200 course on sale right now for $25, but only for a limited time. So click the link in the description box with the coupon code already applied.